everyone, it's Anandi here. Namaste and welcome to the Human Experiment. I'm a little bit in recovery today after spending yesterday in New York City and kind of the spiritual version of the Manhattan Project, which hopefully another time I will be sharing with you. But for those of you who are tuning in, thank you to the alchemists and the shamans and the healers and the visionaries and all of the amazing folks that came together yesterday to support me in doing that work. So thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. And moving into today, I wanted to pick up where I was last week, which was talking about the guru phenomenon. And as you already know, I have a guru. And what sparked some interesting conversations last week really came up to the point where I wanted to go today, which is fundamentally what I've observed and come into contact with is that people seem to have two fundamental beliefs around the guru phenomenon. So the first being that I need a guru, and the other being I don't need a guru. And those are pretty much it, what I've come into contact with, and also what I've experienced. And so what I want to share is that I don't believe either one of those is true. I don't believe either one is true. So let me explain. What came up today and being able to try to articulate this experience for you is that we have spent hundreds, thousands of years moving into a culture that worships the mind. And that served us in a lot of ways. But a belief is something that's fixed, which means that it's absolute, which means it's absolutely relative. So if we're to have a strong fixed belief that yes, I need a guru, or I want a guru, or no, I do not need a guru, no, I do not want a guru, need or don't need, either or, we really close ourselves off to something that's more important. Because in being able to make that decision, I think that the energy isn't about yes or no. It's more somewhere in the middle in starting a new conversation into the understanding of what it actually is. What is a guru actually? What is it right now for you? What is it for me? And continually revisiting that question. And so this piggybacks off of last week when I was talking about my experience with Durga Ma in the very beginning, when I was expressing how I developed this trust in her through the ways in which she related to me as a human being. And that was absolutely essential in preparing me, and by my belief, if I'm going to be a belief, but it was essential in preparing me to actually forge ahead into receiving real spiritual teachings and being able to digest real spiritual teachings. And I remember there was an article she had given me early on, I think it was Ramana Maharshi, who described the perfect disciple and the guru relationship. And it really said, your guru is your best friend. And that resonates so strongly with me and my heart. Because if you were to go back into my emails when I first became initiated into this lineage and got really serious and committed about my practice, you would find hundreds of emails to Durga Ma about my personal life and about the daily constant struggle that I was going through. And every time I wrote, part of me would lament because I felt, gosh, this isn't spiritual. She has more important things to do than, hear about the things that I'm struggling with or what's really hard for me or where I can't get clarity in my day-to-day life. But in hindsight, that connection was essential because it was what brought me into a different understanding of how the divine and the mundane actually interrelate with one another. And that's what this path, in my opinion, of enlightenment and liberation is really about. It's about the reconciliation of this human form of what's going on. And it's not to say that they're the same thing, because they're not. But they are interrelated to one another. So I really feel like, to begin with, this argument, one side or the other, I need a guru, I don't need a guru, is really kind of an arbitrary, useless argument. I think the real conversation is, what is a teacher to me or to you? And what is it that I truly want for myself? And the relationship of that with a teacher, with a guru. Because for most of us, this is not an overnight process. If we're really committing ourselves and we're really passionate about awakening consciousness, we come to find very quickly that it doesn't happen overnight. And so in this journey of a really long process, like anything else, if we want to learn and we want to be successful, we need help. And there's a real, what's the word? Temptation to look at final form teachings and say all is God or all is divine. So automatically, I'm complete. And yes, that is true, but there are infinite shades of gray in between in our daily human experience. And to expect that we're able to navigate that terrain flawlessly, perfectly, is nothing more than, excuse my language, but an egoic projection. There's always going to be a risk. So there's always a benefit to being willing and being open to having a teacher, to having a guru, having relationship with others who seek not only what you seek, but have already what it is that you want. So what I'm inviting you and challenging you to is a new conversation, not about is it either or, a guru or not a guru. It's what is our understanding of a guru, what is our understanding of a teacher, and what is our relationship to that understanding. And in getting into that conversation, I feel like we're in a much better, stronger place to be able to discern what is appropriate for us at this point in time. So, wow, I really jammered on today. I'm looking at the clock. It's 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes. And I didn't want to miss the opportunity to share with you my very special mug. My my friend left this on my doorstep one day. I was having a really bad day, and she put this on my doorstep, and it cracks me up. And I pulled it out this morning. I wanted to share it. So I hope that something that I was sharing with you today sparked some interest, or maybe struck a new note in how we perceive and look at this topic of the guru phenomenon. So that's all I have for today. We're coming into the holiday, so I wish you and all of your loved ones an amazing and joy-filled, healthy holiday. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Please don't hesitate to leave any comments below or to get in contact with me. This human experiment of reconciling our divinity is really also a project in connecting and communicating with one another in a new way for the benefit of all. So until I see you next time, have a wonderful holiday, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste, and thank you for joining.